Hello, third graders. It is week 6 of spelling, and this week is a review week, so it's going to work a little differently. First of all, we're only going to have 2 spelling videos, today and Friday, when you have your spelling test. Today, we're going to take a little pre-test, so hopefully you read the instructions and know that you should mark your paper 1 through 12 on the left side of the margin. If you haven't done that yet, go ahead and pause the video. It is so much easier to follow along if you already have the numbers in place. As soon as you have that, we're ready to begin. Okay, our first word is the word, I forgot to say that this helps to test how well did you learn the spelling patterns that we've been talking about for the last month or so. Okay, number 1, the word is flashes. In a thunderstorm, the lightning flashes in the sky. So think about your base word and then add your ending. Number 2, the word is blocks. They built the blocks into a tower, blocks. Again, I want you to think of base word, 1 block, and then the ending. Number 3, the word is passes. She passes by my house every day, passes. As always, I remind you to pause your video if I'm going too fast. Number 4, with. Now they are writing with pens, with. Number 5, stands. The announcer stands in front, stands. Number 6, the word is also. We brought salad to the picnic. We also brought juice, also. Number 7, won't. Our report won't last very long, won't. Number 8, glad. He was glad to be on the team, glad. Number 9, the word is send. She wanted to send a message to school. Send, send. Number 10, kept. They kept all their pictures from the trip, kept. Number 11, full. The jug is full of milk. Full. And the last one for your pre-test, the word is trip. They took a trip to his parents' village. Trip. All right. So if you want to pause the video, check your work. Maybe you want to listen to the words again, back up a little bit and listen again. That's fine too. I'm going to go ahead and share my PowerPoint for this week of review. So we have just accomplished our quick pretest. So here are the answers to the pretest, and I'm going to show these to you. And you should give yourself a check if you got it correct. And if you got it wrong, just put one line through it and rewrite the word correctly next to it or above it, wherever you have room. Number 1, flashes, F-L-A-S-H with an E-S at the end for the ending, flashes. Number 2, blocks. Remember, block ends in CK, which is the ending that you hear at the end of a 1-syllable word. We're going to usually spell it CK together, like duck or block. Number 3 is passes. We have the word pass, P-A-S-S, as our root word, a base word, and then we're going to add E-S at the end. With. I think you'll remember this. Hopefully you didn't do a W-H. That's a problem I sometimes see with students. W-H-I-T-H. And number 5, stands. You can see the word and in the middle. So hopefully you heard that st, that consonant blend at the beginning and the z sound at the end. Of course, we're going to spell that with an S. Number 6 is also. All by itself is A-L-L because we always end 1-syllable word with 2 L's when you hear that O, but this word has been crunched in together with so also. We're going to drop one of the L's and add so. Number 7 is the contraction of will not. So the answer is won't, W-O-N apostrophe T. And number 8 is glad. This one should have been pretty easy. G-L-A-D, glad. I'm glad you're still here with me. Number 9, send. We can hear the end at the end of that word and just put an S in front of it. Number 10 was kept, K-E-P-T, kept. If we put a C in front of it, it would have said sept. So we needed to put a K to get that K sound. Number 11 is full. Remember we did full and bull and I'm forgetting the other one. F-U-L-L. That's that double L at the end of a one-syllable word. And the 12th one is trip, T-R-I-P. Some people hear, they don't hear that T-R very well, trip. They hear some sort of combination of J and D. So trip, we really want to hear that consonant blend. Okay, let's talk a little bit about deciding whether to double now that we finished with our pre-test. Make sure you turn that in later. So whether to double, here we have scratch. The puppy is scratching his ear. The base word is scratch. Is there one vowel? Yeah, here's our one vowel. It's a short A. Yes. Is there one consonant after the vowel? No, there are 3, T-C-H, 3 consonants after that vowel. So will we double? No, we will not double, right? Oh, one thing I wanted to remind you, when you hear ch at the end of a one-syllable word, it's usually spelled T-C-H. So we're not going to double because there are more than one consonant after the vowel. How about this one? Here's the word pet. Is there one vowel? Yes, the E, pet, one short E. And is there one consonant after the vowel? Yeah, the T, right? So then we said yes to both questions. So we're going to double the T and add ing, petting. We are petting the dog. And here's one more. This is the word look, is our base word. Is there one vowel? Right away, the very first question we say no to because there's a double O. So if answer to our 2 questions, either one of them is no, we are not going to double the consonant. So we can't double the K because there's double O. We're not going to double the K. We're just going to add ing, and I forgot to write looking there. Here are a few other rules we've talked about since we started spelling this year. Double L at the end of one syllable words like fill, pull. That was the other word I was trying to remember. Pull, skill, and then, so remember that double L. And then remember these patterns. We had old, cold, told, sold, bold. Those are all those old, we just add a different letter to the beginning, right? And then we have the IND pattern, mind, wind. Now remember that wind can also be the word wind with a short I. Remember the straight line is long I and the smiley face brev is the short I, wind. So wind or wind. And kind, be kind, make kindness the norm. Okay, so those are some patterns we learned. And then remember the word homophone is a word that sounds the same, but spelled differently. So for example, which cookies do you like the best? The chocolate chip or the ginger cookies? Which? That's asking a question. So we started with WH, that consonant digraph WH, and we ended also in a consonant digraph CH, 2 consonants making one sound. And then we have our little witch here ready for Halloween. That's this spelling, W-I-T-C-H. Remember this? T-C-H is often the ending of a one-syllable word in English. So that's why it's witch, W-I-T-C-H. A couple of other unusual spellings to remember. We have father, fa-ah. That's not quite the short A sound, ah. So that's why we want to put that there. Length, the length of something. How long is it? Length. We really need to listen out for that G before the TH. And bought. We have the ought at the end. O-U-G-H, like in brought as well. Okay, oops, I went by that a little too quickly. Just an idea looking at that O-U-G-H-T right here. Brought, bought, brought. Okay, so some ideas of what do you do? What can you do to spell words correctly? You can sound out the word. That's the #1 way. And then we can also write the word and see whether it looks right. Sometimes we can tell and sometimes we can't. We could also look it up in the dictionary. But in order to do that, you at least have to sound out most of it so you can find it. And of course, if you're on the computer, you could try to run it through spell check. All right. So that we will do next time. And so what you need to do this week is practice some of those patterns. Maybe look back in your spelling notebook and just give yourself a practice a couple of times on the different patterns and also those unusual spellings. And I will see you on Friday to give you the week's spelling test. Remember, just 2 videos this week, today's and Friday's. I will see you then. Take care.